Welcome to Curated by Becta's meal kit number 151 for June 1st to the 3rd. Thanks for ordering this week and thanks for letting us send you some deliciousness at home. We've got a lovely meal for you tonight. All new stuff, actually. Well, we've had some fish cakes before, but the main course is all brand new. We've never done this Creole sauce that Chef is very excited about. So why don't we go ahead and get started? You've got our lovely Laurentian artisanal chicken, and it's on the bone. You want to hit it with some salt and pepper. You want to preheat your pan to medium-high heat, and you want to put some neutral oil in there, canola or grapeseed oil. In my case, I like the grapeseed oil, and 1 tablespoon per person. And I know we're also doing 2 tablespoons per person for our fish cakes. Non-stick pan would be great, and you just need a little extra because we're going to fry it crisp. And there we are. Oven, please put it up to 450 if you're regular, or like me, 425 if it's a convection oven. You want some tongs that you don't use with other things. The chicken has been cooked sous vide, so it's mostly the way cooked, but there still might be some chicken stuff on there, so make sure not to finish with the same tongs. So as soon as the pan is hot, let me do the little test. Get a little water on your fingers. There we go, it's ready to go. And we've got the hood fan on, so keep that in mind because it will put off a little bit of smoke. This is a lovely, lovely chicken breast stuff. And I can get rid of the paper towels, which were used to pat the chicken dry, but I'm going to keep the tongs and the plate there separate so I can use it, turn it over, butter bathe it, put it in the oven. So I'm going to need a few spoons, in fact, so why don't we get those going on. And as soon as the chicken is in the oven, then we can move on to the rest of the stuff. In the meantime, so 3 minutes skin side down. In the meantime, let's talk about the white wine. This is a favorite of mine. I'm a huge fan of Albarino from Spain, and we've got it paired with the fish cake. Albarino, it's got that really big maritime influence, so a briny salinity from the ocean, but really bright tropical aromatic fruit, dry wine that's going to be great with the fish. I am a huge fan. So make sure you get some butter nearby. You're going to need 4 tablespoons if you're cooking for 2 people. And then I'm warming up the wild rice, and it's got 1 tablespoon of water per person and 1 tablespoon of unsalted butter per person. And I think I can turn that up a little bit. And then the Creole sauce I've got on medium-low. I should probably turn that up a little bit. And that's just going to bubble away on there. And then I'm going to use the same element here for our veg once the chicken goes in the oven. But yeah, I can probably get our fish cake pan going on a little bit more so that it is ready and waiting. Okay, we're almost at the 3 minutes, I would bet. Let me just check. Got a little more browning to do. I might even plate the dessert real quick while we do this. We've got our fabulous carrot cake. This is a little messy because they just made it today for me. We're doing this a day early so that because I'm not available on Wednesday night this week when it is doing it, because it's my last annual general meeting as board chair of the Boys and Girls Club. So we're going to take this out, drop it down. Very nice. All right, let's check on our chicken. Got a nice brown going on. Turn it over. We're going to reduce our heat. And then we're going to take 1 tablespoon of unsalted butter per person, let it melt down while I'm doing the walnuts. These are the candy walnuts, and they're going to go right on top. There is our lovely and easy carrot cake to put together with candied walnuts and the cream cheese icing. All right, now if you are like me and you've got a cast iron pan, which is everyone should have in their stable, just move the butter around, but grab a towel so you don't burn yourself. And then you're going to butter baste the chicken. So it's got a really nice crisp skin and crust on it. Well, you know what? I said earlier that this is on the bone. I actually don't think it is. I think they took it off the bone. So my apologies. It was just so big compared to the normal chicken breast that you get in a grocery store that I thought for sure were still on the bone. But nope, I don't think so. We're going to find out a little bit later when I try to slice it. So you want to butter baste it for about 30-45 seconds. And then we're going to stick this in the oven. Hey Google, set a timer for 12 minutes. I know where I'm going in case that guy didn't hear me. Okay, now I can start to heat up this pan with the veg. But this guy, medium-high heat. And as soon as I finish searing the fish cakes, then I can turn the hood fan off and you guys can hear me a little more. So with the wild rice, just give it a stir every once in a while with the water and the unsalted butter. And you want to season it with salt and pepper. Got my little assistant over there. Didn't pick up, but I know what time to watch for. Have another glass of wine. Or sip of wine, maybe not glass. So we've got a lemon vinaigrette. We've got two sauces for you. We're going to be labeling one with a yellow sticker, and the remoulade is not with the yellow sticker. Lemon vinaigrette goes on there, and then hit it with some salt and pepper as well. And you can do this a little bit early so that the radicchio and the carrots and whatnot marinate a little bit. They break down with the acid. There we go. Fish cake, ready to go. So about 3 minutes per side. So I'm going to need a spatula, and that is the one I was looking for. Now I'm done with the tongs and my plate that has the chicken jus on it. So we'll get rid of that so I don't reuse it. And I know that 1 tablespoon of neutral oil per person and 1 tablespoon of unsalted butter per person is going to go into the pan for the asparagus and the mushrooms. Okay, that's bubbling away. That's doing well. We're in great shape here. So let's look at the finishing instructions for our appetizer. Begin by plating the remoulade in the middle of the plate. Next, plate the radicchio next to the remoulade. This might be a lot. We might go to 3 ounces from 4 ounces because that's a lot of remoulade. And that's why, if you've watched these videos in the past, you know that we test run them ahead of time. Yeah, that's a lot of remoulade. But I like it, so I'm going to keep it on there, but we don't need all of that. And the radicchio slaw beside, this is also a lot. We'll probably scale back on that a little bit. That's a lot of slaw. We don't want to send you too much, and you have leftovers for days. Yeah, that's a lot. All right, let's see how our fish cakes are doing. Nice golden brown there. I'm glad I got the hood fan on because it's putting out a little bit of smoke. Now I can turn this up because the veg, I know, needs about 6 minutes in total. Keep stirring your rice. I've put mine on low, but I think Chef Rich said on medium, about 4 or 5 minutes until it's warmed up through. So I'm just putting mine on low and letting it do a little bit more. The butter's almost melted, so let's throw our veg in. And we can hit this with some salt and pepper. If you want, so I'm going to turn this off now because we're almost done there. One good thing to do with the fish cake is just get a paper towel, because when it comes out of the pan, it's going to be a little oily. So we want to make sure that you can pat it down with a paper towel. So now, this is great. I got lots of time to do things. Lots of time to drink this delicious Chianti Classico from Sinopi. And it's going to be great with Lawrence chicken, especially with the Creole sauce. You want some bright, fresh acidity, medium bodied. And it fits the bill very nicely. All right, let's see how we're doing on this side. Lovely. Okay. Perfect. That was dumb. Don't do what I did. Let the oil cool down and let the oil cool down before you put water in it, because that was dumb. I should know better than that. It's been a hectic day. I should know better than that. Okay, back onto the good stuff. So we've got our fish cake here. Going right on. And then you can hit this with a little bit of salt and pepper. Just some finishing salt. And then we've got these cornichons. You can sprinkle around. Try to decorate them differently. There we are, our lovely fish cake with the radicchio, slaw, cornichon, and the spicy remoulade. All right, now you can move this stuff over. Give this guy a little stir. Probably turn up the heat a bit, because there's a lot of veg there. Don't forget to give your rice a little stir. I can probably turn that down. Got a couple more minutes for the chicken. Already seasoned that. We've seasoned that. We do not need to season the Creole sauce, by the way. Heads up. I don't know. We got a couple minutes, so we're going to break here, and I'm going to come back in just a second to finish this off. Check, check. And we are back. Thanks for the little segue. I want to go ahead and get started on the plating. So we've got our wild rice here. I'm going to put that in the middle of the plate or on the side, depending on how you want to do it. We've probably sent you too much. So we're going to scale that back a little bit too. Now the veggies will be next. And if I've got the right tongs that I can use for both this and the chicken. And for those of you who've watched before, I end up doing this and then my wife comes along and separates out the other stuff for me. Because we divide it by 3, not just 2. Don't forget towel or your cast iron. Now, bonus marks if you baste this one more time. That looks amazing. Because why would you not want all that beautiful brown butter on there? Now I can take the chicken off. Add a little stir. And I can turn off the Creole sauce. Now the chef didn't tell me about this, but I'm going to do it anyway. A little creative license this week. Cutting the chicken in 3 so you can see all of that awesomeness. Whew. It's a show. All right. That's good. That little piece will be around afterwards. Now you want to hit it with some salt and pepper. And then you do the Creole sauce. And this will go around the plate. Make sure to mix it up because the saucy part will be on top. And the chunky parts will be down below. And again, I'm going to scale this back a little bit. The chef was particularly generous with me today. They always send me with a little extra just to make sure that we're not chinsing out. But this looks fantastic. So there is our Laurentian chicken breast done with cremini mushrooms and asparagus, our Creole sauce, and wild rice. Thanks for ordering this week. Thanks for watching. And I really hope that you love your Curated by Becta meal kit.